Good morning, everyone. This is Jane Chamberlain, and I'm a charter member of the Moraine View Satellite Club of Bloomington Rotary Club. I currently serve in that club as Secretary Treasurer. We chartered in March of 2022 with 8 members. We're here this morning to talk with you about satellite clubs, and I'm going to share a little bit of information before passing it over to your guests in the conference room. All right, got a quick PowerPoint. Hopefully it's informative and will help you understand satellite clubs a little bit better. Don't reinvent that Rotary wheel. There's plenty of resources, both people and documents, to help you get started so that you don't have to make it up as you go along. Relax into the process as much as you can. It really wasn't that difficult to start these clubs. I certainly feel it was a great process, and it's been some work, but it's also been so much more fun. I'm absolutely certain that every club in the district could come up with a satellite club. And again, plenty of resources out there. Please start with getting familiar with Rotary International's Guide to Satellite Clubs, as well as the Satellite Club Frequently Asked Questions document. Just Google those. You'll find them readily. They're also within that myrotary.org structure, but Googling them is just so much easier sometimes than going through My Rotary and membership and trying to find all of that information. Satellite clubs aren't new. They've been around since 2013, believe it or not. I think they're just really taking hold now because our membership in the United States is dropping. And we're just trying to find ways to make Rotary so much more accessible to so many more people. Again, it takes 8 members to charter a satellite club. Satellite clubs are autonomous, even though they have a sponsor club. So satellite clubs can choose how they want to meet, when they want to meet, where they want to meet. They set their own dues structure. They have their own bylaws. They can create their own service projects and service areas of focus. They do have boards and officers. It isn't a club president. It is a satellite chair. They would also have a chair-elect and usually a secretary treasurer. A committee structure is really helpful. Your sponsor club is really there for support. And certainly I got a great deal of support, informal, mostly, not formal, but really informal support. Hey, how are things going? And that sounds fun. And we'd love to see you continue to grow. So all of that feels really good. And especially when you've been with a club for a long time. I've been with, let's see, I was with Bloomington Rotary Club for 16 years, and it's kind of my Rotary home in a lot of ways. Satellite clubs do not have the opportunity to put their goals in the My Rotary Goal Center. Maybe the sponsor club could put some of those goals in there, but satellite clubs need to have goals to help them structure what they're going to do as they're getting started, so they can focus, I guess, and they don't feel quite so out in left field. What's great is that satellite clubs can apply for a district grant. And we're excited. Our club has thrown in an application, and we're hoping to do some economic development support and sustaining the environment support for one of our rural areas by upgrading some of the downtown landscape. So to get going, we just talked about goals. To get going, if you have a member or you are the member of the sponsor club who thinks, I think it would be great to start a satellite, you need to think through why. Why do you want to have a satellite club? Tara Conklin and I in the Bloomington Rotary Club started chatting more and more about it. It came out of a membership review that we did with Assistant Governor Coordinator Deb West to investigate satellites, and our membership review said, yeah, let's do that. The board approved it. So then we decided to come up with a few goals about what our investigation of a satellite club was going to mean to the sponsor club. Our goals were these. We wanted to attract new members with hopefully more diversity. We wanted to attract younger members and busy professional members that would find our club attractive, our clubs attractive due to time and money. We were going to be able to create a satellite club that would have less time commitment and less financial commitment. We wanted to establish another opportunity for the other clubs in Bloomington Normal, the other club members, to attend and network and participate with even more Rotarians. We have found in Bloomington Normal that has been really such a positive, especially the professional networking has just been so positive, club to club in Bloomington Normal. We wanted to be sure we had a heightened focus on service with less focus on tradition. So flexibility over tradition. The places to look for satellite club members or locations are areas that are currently unrepresented. So Moraine View is a great example of that. I live in an area basically right in between Bloomington Normal and Champaign-Urbana, and there's no Rotary Club there. There are a few nearby that are smaller, but in our particular area of Hayworth, Farmers City, Ellsworth, Leroy, Downs, you know, there is no Rotary Club. There are Kiwanis clubs and there are Lions clubs. And so we're an unrepresented area. And now that I live here and not in the Bloomington Normal area, it was important to me to seek out whether we could structure something to help these small communities and their community service needs. You could look at retirees. I know that seems counterintuitive when we say we want all these new, young, bright people, but what's cool about retirees is that they're new and young at heart, right? They've got new time. They tend to have professional talent, a lot of vocational service, time and talent, as well as treasure. So that's really nice to have a few retirees that can maybe act a little bit as the foundation for your club. Obviously, those young professionals, please think of how important it is for young professionals to be able to include their friends and family and have that flexibility in mind. Some Rotary clubs are interest focused. Maybe they just only want to focus on literacy, or maybe they only want to focus on one school system, or perhaps, you know, it's a healthcare. They only want to focus on vulnerable seniors that, you know, need some particular service in your community. That's a great way too. It really hones in that service and makes it so much more sustainable and meaningful. Don't forget to reach out to your Rotaracts, Interacts, Rotaracts, your Rotary alumni in the area, and even those clubs where maybe young professionals age out, like the JCs. Here's a key. How about some of those former Rotarians that you're not quite sure why they left, or the disenfranchised or disenchanted Rotarians that just couldn't find their fit, but they really still had a good heart for Rotary? Look at those on DACDB. And when you go into DACDB, you can see the terminated members. That doesn't mean the club terminated them. It means they may have resigned, moved, etc. But if you look at that list of former members of your club, you might be able to reach out to some people that would really like to be back in the club. In particular, for Moraine View, our satellite chair is Amy O'Neill, who was a member of Bloomington Sunset, as well as Bloomington Normal Daybreak, and she lives out here in this area, and so it's a perfect fit for her now that she's moved her her business focus to real estate in these rural areas. It's a great fit for her. It's a fit for me as a retiree in this area, because I'd rather share my time, talent, and treasure with my local communities, and knowing that full well all those Bloomington Normal Rotarians are taking great care in Bloomington Normal. We wanted to be sure, Tara and I, that we communicated our intentions. And this was to be sure that we were addressing concerns and any questions that were coming up. So we started by talking out loud after we were chatting with each other. We mentioned that this came up as a byproduct of a membership review. And so we had to continue that conversation. We didn't want it to just be a piece of paper. Hey, it'd be a great idea if Bloomington had a satellite club. We wanted to move it forward. So we informed our club members, and that's more than 1 year of your leadership line, because your satellite club is going to be around for more than 1 year. And we did in particular seek formal approval to investigate the options. The membership overview results were shared with our board, and they were approved, but we also went back to the board and said, now we want to establish that satellite committee, and we want to begin the process of creating satellite clubs. And that was also approved by leadership. And of course, inform your district level leadership. They're going to want to know, and they're going to cheer you on and be a huge support. For us, Tara and I were the committee. Committee can be as big or as little as you want. I was going to work on this rural club. She wanted to work on more of a social club in the Bloomington Normal area that would not meet weekly. It would be an evening club. So we had very different, distinct interests going on for our clubs, but our process was in many ways identical. And I think that's a key thing to note. Again, we wanted to be sure we were addressing the concerns and questions of our sponsor club. And I regret that we didn't really make a strong request for some monetary support. What occurred was that there was budget money dedicated to membership within the Bloomington Rotary structure. During COVID, that money was not used. And so we were able to use it for some promotional printing, brochures, flyers, business cards, just to help us get our feet on the ground with some of those promotional pieces that would we could take with us out into the public. We put together a planning document. Both of the clubs decided we would meet twice a month. One would be a planning and social meeting, and the other would be a service project. We both knew we wanted to create a small leadership structure with the chair-elect, secretary, treasurer, and also a small committee structure of membership, promotion, and service. Neither one of our clubs were interested in having a bell and having an educational program per se, and having badges and having Rotary pins or new member packets. Both clubs wanted to rotate locations with the cost of snacks and beverages being on the individual rather than paid for by the club. So it was very much a, hey, meet us at the bar at 6 o'clock. And if you'd like to have a drink, then that's in your own pocket. And that way we actually created some flexibility for people to, whether they wanted to enjoy an alcoholic beverage, an adult beverage or not, whether they wanted to bring a child or a family member and stay for dinner afterwards, all of these things were nice flexibilities for people. At first, our service projects for both clubs, and to some extent continue in this way, were to jump in and participate with other organizations that were doing strong supported community service. And that was a great way is a great way for our club and Pub Club in the past to get the word out that these clubs existed, because we were all wearing identical apparel that clearly stated we were a Rotary club. And in this way, people seeing us together, having fun, working as a team, allows people to ask us, who are you and what are you doing? So that has been really, really helpful. Let's talk a little bit about how we move this forward. So I'm recommending that you model your membership events exactly like your club meets. And I know Pub Club did this beautifully, because what they would do is they basically turned every social planning meeting into a membership event, because they would gather somewhere in public, again, rotating to different locations. I'm going to invite Tara to talk about this more after this PowerPoint, and people would see them out and about. Fantastic. That's the way they want their club to look and perform, and it continues to look and perform in that way. For us, we are doing similar. Our planning and social meetings, we rotate days, times, locations, and anything we do service wise tends to be a small scale. I mean, it just has to be right now. We don't have any service money per se, but we want everything we do to be out in the public, high profile. That's that great visible apparel that clearly states that we're a member of a team, a club, and we're together to do these good things. So host your events by invitation. Who had previous interest in your sponsor club but didn't pull the trigger and fill out that application and become a Rotarian? Definitely count on your word of mouth. Once you get some traction, create that basic social media presence, whatever platform works for you best. For Moraine View, we are currently on Facebook, and we use Nextdoor, which is kind of a neighborhood app. It is not like a Facebook. It's more like notifications, messages and things like that. And that has worked really, really well. Invite attendees to join your group and start promoting your events pre-game. As that invite, come and join us. And post-game, look how much fun we had, everyone. Sorry you missed it on your social media. And then also attend local high traffic events with a little bit of information on a table. One of the things that is tough to change is that a lot of our clubs are structured very traditionally, that I bring you as a guest to my club, I vet you first, and then I bring you in because I think you're a fit. This doesn't work necessarily with what Moraine View found. For us, we want people to just come and invite themselves and join us. We are out and want to, if we're out at a bar and we're all wearing the same t-shirt, we have a little bit of membership information with us, our brochures and some handouts and some information for people to fill out if they want us to contact them. We want them to come up and introduce themselves. So we're not doing that posted invite of a potential Rotarian, which is a very different mindset. We've been in parades. And Tara, please talk about all the things that you have done with Pub Club. We've been in chamber showcases. We've been in farmers markets. We've tried to find ways to participate in community events here in the rural areas to get the word out so that they can see us in person, talk to us, hopefully find us fun and friendly and interesting. And so far, it's been pretty good. One of the big concerns that I want to throw out right now, I'm still looking at my notes, is that our club was very concerned that people in our club might join the satellite club instead. And the reason, I hope I'm being fair, the reason was, well, they might find it more fun. So I want you to think about that for a second, because if you're concerned that your sponsor club is going to lose members to your satellite club because they find the satellite club to be more fun and doing more things, then you might want to consider punching up the fun in your club and the things that you do out in the community to make sure people stay in your club. Just a thought. but that's a concern. And, you know, the more the merrier with Rotary, right? We don't want to shut people out. We want to bring people in. So to have on hand, these are just some ideas. When we go out to various locations to have our planning and social meetings, when we go out to do service projects, carry along some contact forms. Recently, Moraine View Rotary Club was in the Downs 4th of July parade, and that's a big parade for a small town. It's a lot of fun. And so we were having an upcoming service project, a pavilion fundraising sale, and we created a little handout and handed out candy and handouts, candy to the kids, handouts, one handout to the parents with a QR code to direct them with their telephone directly to the information about the upcoming project. That worked great. And it was a relatively inexpensive thing to do. I think we printed 150 of those for the parade, and we gave them all out. So QR codes are great on a business card, perfect. Even just on a little flyer in a stand, if you can't hand something out. Brochures are great. If you come along and want to do an actual membership table, think of it as you would if you were doing a promotional table for your business. You're going to have information on your vision and mission, the areas of focus. There's some great graphics for that you can create a poster or a flyer. The 4-way test is fantastic to share with people. There's bookmarks and business cards of those readily available to purchase. The object of Rotary, it's wordy, but some of that information is important to share. We do recognize and respect all professions as worthy of service, and your club brochure, things that are big and can draw the eye. For example, when we do, we're a very family-centered club. So when we are out and about, our children and grandchildren that are available are with us as well. So we do kids activities, we do story times. Sometimes we take games, we've taken hula hoops, and just something to keep the kids occupied that draws the kids over to talk to us, and the parents come along. And then while the kids are having fun, we're able to talk to the parents and tell them about Rotary and invite them to consider joining us. The key here is that you want to express to any member the benefits of membership, which are fellowship and networking and personal development, opportunities for travel, including global travel, awesome, and reputation, prestige. And don't be afraid to feel that way. We're really proud of being Rotarians, and the work we do globally is remarkable, and we should really be proud that we are part of that amazing service community. So what you'll hear next sometimes is, well, why do we even need Rotary to do that? Why do we need Rotary for fellowship or for networking or personal development? You know, probably the best thing, two things you're going to get from remaining a Rotary Club and creating another small group is the branding and the support, right? And so that takes away a lot of stress, and that reputation of Rotary really speaks to a lot of people. It will create a bridge to someone who may not know you personally, but they can trust the organization that you put your heart and soul into. Community service, those areas of focus, those 7 areas of focus are so inspiring. And it's really cool when people realize how much synergy there is in between all those different areas of focus. I mean, who isn't totally inspired by that? And then club structure. So that's what you want to mention to people in these membership moments, right? Here's the benefits of membership, things I've personally been able to benefit from myself by being a Rotarian. Here's what we've done in the community, and here's how our club is structured. So you've been out and about, you've done all these things. You've got a handful of people that are interested in starting to keep coming to the various things that you're doing. And now you're ready for some next steps. Basic bylaws. Again, there's excellent examples of very simple bylaws. I'm happy to share Moraine views with anyone in the district if they would like to see that. Basic budget. Again, a lot of these things you can just Google Rotary satellite bylaws. You'll find some out there. Rotary basic budget. You'll find some out there. From Rotary International, the Satellite Club application is so simple. One page, very simple information required for that. And those Satellite Club member information forms are just a perfect club application. You don't even have to reinvent that for your club. Everything you need to input that person properly into DAC-DB is on that Satellite Club membership form for the individual membership. So don't even recreate it, just use it. And then once you've gone through that process of applying to be a satellite club, chartering your satellite club, and then adding in the satellite club members, they go directly to Rotary International first. Then DAC-DB's already got a great little white paper on how to add your satellite club and its members to DAC-DB. Simple. All of these things they sound like stumbling blocks. And in your brain, you might be, oh no, we got to write bylaws. Oh, we got to create a budget. There are things available to support you. You do not have to reinvent that Rotary wheel. So this is the trinity of Rotary, right? Membership, public image, and service. We grow our club to serve. And we serve in the community to grow our club. So membership begets great service. Service begets great public image. Public image begets more people interested in membership, which then allows you to serve more, which then allows you to brag more, which then allows people to see you and they want to join you. It's a great way to envision how to use those three pieces. And as I mentioned before, this is a great way to create a small committee structure, right? Get some of your members, maybe even one member apiece if you're a really small club, somebody to think about membership, somebody to think about public service, somebody to think about the public image, and somebody to think about the service component. And then those three can meet separately over coffee and get their ducks in a row. And that will help your club grow. So what's cool is, and I hope I'm not going to talk about it, I want Tara to talk about it, is how that vocational service piece can really make a difference in your club. So if right off the bat in your membership, you end up with maybe someone with amazingly strong tech skills, how about somebody with a marketing background or promotional background? Both of our clubs ended up with people that had done marketing and promotion in the past or currently. And oh my gosh, what a difference. So don't forget that. Bring your talent to the table. Right? Bring all those knowledge, skills, and abilities that you're using in your professional life and put it into your professional service organization. Meeting and being in public, all meetings. If you consider every one of your meetings is a membership event and you have that mindset, you're going to look up and out with your Rotarian friends and you're going to see potential people you want to bring to the table to join you. Here in our small town area, it was really important that we talk to our mayors. We wanted to announce to our mayors, hey, we want to bring Rotary out here. And they were thrilled because they knew what Rotary was and what Rotary can do. So it was, oh my gosh, it would be great to have a Rotary here. All of that is really nice. Small town local newspapers, great community calendars. We have terrific community bulletin boards in all of these small towns. at the Dollar Generals, right? And the IGAs. And so it really becomes a different kind of feel than what Tara's probably going to describe occurred with Pub Club. But out here, farmers markets and having a vegetable stand or a bake sale, things like that, those are well attended by our community, coming to the community festivals, being in the community parades. It's very easy. It only took from March until July that by July, we had people saying to us, oh, you're the Rotary Club. And that was like super exciting, right? I mean, there's only 8 of us. And we have a list of people that are interested. Got it, we just got to keep going and get them in there, I think a lot of folks want to see if we have traction before they're really going to commit to our club. But we have a lot of friends of Rotary right now, hoping to get them into the mix as soon as possible. I think that's it for me. I believe that our due structures are a little different. For Moraine View, the dues was $125 initially. We just wanted to try and cover that first bunch of district and Rotary International dues, and now we're at $15 a month. The last I heard, Pub Club was at $220 a year. That's a much different kind of flexible monetary structure than some of our more traditional clubs. I want to thank you for hanging with me. I hope this wasn't too snory. I'll try and catch up with all of you. Please don't hesitate to give me an email or send me something on Facebook. Follow our Moraine View Rotary Club on Facebook, as well as Pub Club Rotary on Facebook, and stay in touch. I'm happy to help. I wish you all really good luck. I just hope, I genuinely mean this, I hope you love Rotary as much as I do, and that you have benefited so personally and professionally by Rotary as I have. And it's just something, I bleed the Rotary colors. And so it's really been exciting to try and bring it to areas where there hasn't been Rotary before. Take the plunge, give it a try. Why not? What do you got to lose? All right, you guys have a great conference. And I know you're in good hands with Tara Conklin, who is a doll to Tara and all of you. Take care.